We'll get to the president's Supreme Court pick and his NATO trip in just a moment. But quickly first, the latest Gallup weekly tracking poll shows President Trump's job approval rating has slipped back down into double-digit negative territory as 56% disapprove and 41% approve. This just 3 weeks after Trump received the best mark since the first days of his presidency in mid-June, only to have his ratings turn back in a negative direction. This was the same time period that his administration's family separation policy at the southern border came into public view. We'll get to developments in that story ahead, but those numbers are really staggering.
Well, I mean, just really briefly, Willie, who could have ever imagined that ripping children from their mother's breasts at the border
and then lying about it
and then losing the children and then saying you're going to get them back and then you can't get them back and we're still trying to figure out where the children are. Who would ever have guessed that that would actually hurt a president's approval rate?
Interesting for a guy so obsessed with numbers who thought that immigration was a winning issue, including, by the way, this issue of separation of families, because he believed his base thinks these people are breaking the law. You break the law, there are consequences for it. There have been consequences to it, and his poll numbers, which he touted a couple of weeks ago as that Gallup number ticked up a little bit into the mid-40s, is now back where it was.
Well, Mike, and this is something that's, along with the Supreme Court pick that we're going to talk about in a second, but this is something that Republicans are all going to have to answer for in every swing district, in every district that Hillary Clinton carried that is now being held by a Republican. I mean, this is just a monumentally stupid, immoral and politically short-sighted approach to border security. And you can see there's a direct overlay between when Donald Trump started having his administration push a policy that ripped children from their mother's arms to his poll numbers going down.
Well, the numbers are proof of the fact that while he can find a potential Supreme Court justice, he has found a Supreme Court nominee, he has lost, his administration and the Republican Party has lost hundreds of children, literally. They don't know where these children are. They can't reunite these children, these infants in some cases, with their parents.
We're talking about children under 5, I think up to 50. Literally, they can't find their families.
Actually, between 50 and 100 children. I mean,
but the lives that hang in the balance right now is up to 2,000. Again, no access. Again, no answers. Again, no process, which shows that when they put this policy in place and said they hoped that people get the message, they had no clue as to how they might be able to track these people and bring these families back together, which shows such an extreme callousness, which shows such a lack of humanity when it comes to American values and families.
Well, that's it. American people are pretty smart. And they can understand, okay, he makes a nomination, Brett Kavanaugh. But what they can't understand is, how do you send parents to Honduras and children to New York?
Leave them here. All right.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.